Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to this OpenTTD Viewers Game event here on a slightly earlier time than normal. We normally start around midday-ish if we're doing one of these events, but we're doing it a few hours earlier to try and get more people in who are in different time zones, and if earlier doesn't suit you, maybe the one in the future that we're going to do later will suit you more. I will first introduce you to the people, the teams, and we'll have a look at the map, and we'll say what we're going to be doing today, and then we'll crack on. So I am pleased to be joined by a plethora of people today. I'm seeing some moderators, some Viewer Plus subscribers, and some viewers as well. I can see we've got Brandon, Jackamak, Elaine, and DJ Egg from the Viewer Plus subscribers. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And then we've got some viewers as well. Hello, all the viewers.
Hello.
So because St. Patrick's Day was one of the closest celebration event datey things to this event, we thought, well, let's go with a cloverleaf. Why not? Because you have the cloverleaf junctions in OpenTTD and all that sort of thing, so I thought it would be a good theme. And Wizard Brandon has stepped in once again and smashed it out the park with a fantastic map that this time I only got him to redo once. So here we go. We have a giant cloverleaf. Now, looking at the map, actually, I've just noticed that because of the shape of the leaf, that some leaves are bigger than others, but that's not a problem. We'll be fine, I think. We are today split up into 4 teams. We haven't quite got even teams, but we've put the more experienced players into teams of 2, just to try and even the playing field a little bit. And on this map, you can see that we've got 4 little dots, one in each of the clover leaves. And if we go and have a look at that dot, we see there is an assembly plant. And that is because we are playing with furs. And not only furs, but Steel Town as well. So if you want to know more about furs and more about Steel Town, there is a link that's been spammed in the chats. And it is pretty flat land. Yes, it is pretty flat land, so it's not too bad. But basically it's an industry replacement set, but it's not the only mod we've got. We've got fish, bigger train depot, industrial stations renewal, hover vehicles, which is for later gameplay we probably won't get to, along with the VAC train set. But we've got the generic tram set and all that sort of thing as well as the furs industry replacement. And if you want to change furs to Steel Town, you need to go into the settings, and down here when you're not in a game, that is where you have the option to change it in the preferences. So there we go. So we are in 3 teams. We're on a cloverleaf. We're going to play OpenTTD, and we all have 1 assembly plant each. And the objective of today's live stream is by 3 o'clock UTC, whatever time we start, doesn't matter. 3 o'clock UTC, we will see whose assembly plant is making the most vehicles. We don't care about the engineering supplies and farm supplies and stuff. Making the most vehicles. Okay, so 4 teams, 4 assembly plants, 1 challenge. So that's the players. The teams are here. You can see we've got me and Elaine.
Hi.
We've then got Dave, Jess, and Cat and Back. And we've got Egg and Jackamak together. And then Brandon is looking after the other 2, whether they need looking after or not. Wrens and Archways. So we've got a nice group of people here together to play this. But let's get into our teams and start the game. So we're on this south leaf, which when I looked at the map was actually one of the smallest in terms of land mass. But never mind. I feel like we should do a quick passenger line to get money together, or like aeroplanes with the passengers, just for like an initial moneymaker. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, so we want 2 good cities on our leaf. I think I've found one. I'm just going to hover an airport over it. What's the largest airport we can have? Just large airport. Okay, I'll put in the first 2 airports, and we'll see how that goes, because I've just noticed that I think that's a good distance between those 2 airports. I don't think it's too far. I hope they don't break down. I don't know how long it's going to take the plane to travel there, but we'll give it a go.
Should be fine, I think.
Really, you want to be looking at around 80 days for an air. Oh my goodness, there's loads of aircraft. So let's sort by reliability, because that's one of the most important things. 100% reliability for the Darwin, it carries 170. Right, the Guru Galaxy carries a lot more passengers, and its reliability is only a little less. Right, so we've got 2 airports, 2 aircraft. I don't think either of the aircraft have broken down.
Nope.
Looking okay. Right, I've got to keep in touch with the live stream chat as well. Bolt Griffin says moo. Moo to you too. I don't know where the other aircraft has gone. I just hope it hasn't crashed already.
No, it's near the Benmore City Airport.
Okay. Have we got... Yeah, we've got a relatively good amount of passengers coming in here now. Might even be worth timetabling them to go between. Do you think we ought to put buses in there to try and increase it? Or should we now... Like, now we've got this initial moneymaker, now focus on getting stuff into the assembly plant?
We could do that. I was thinking about setting up a gung-ho system first before going into the assembly plant.
Well, this is what I was saying. Like, we need to work out like how we can get vehicles going and the best way of doing it in the time. So if we have a look at the Steel Town thing, and we're just going to put that on screen now for everybody. The shortest thing, like the quickest thing you can do, is sand from a quarry straight into an engineering plant, because that makes vehicle engines, and you can actually start making vehicles at the assembly plant right away. And I think we should do that before the assembly plant closes down or something, because then we'd have to build a new one.
Yep.
So quarry, sand, engineering plant, assembly plant. So we need an engineering plant, and we need to choose one with lots of quarries around it. Once we've got that done, and we've got more money, we can go a little bit more, all over the place with our buildings. So, have we got an engineering plant on our island? Let's go to the map, disable all, turn on engineering plant. Oh my goodness, we've only got one. The East team have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The North team I can see have like 3 or 4. And the West team have about 8 as well. Oh no, look! All the quarries are on the west side.
Yep.
Right, what I propose we do in that case is we put a hub in the middle of all those quarries, take it across, and then connect all those quarries up to the hub.
Hub like over here?
Yes, almost perfectly where I had my screen. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that that's a lot of infrastructure to build before we get lots of money coming in. So I'm going to go into Industry Stations Renewals, and I'm going to do a mineral silo as the main station for loading. I'm going to do a 10-track station. It's going to cost us money, but we've not got maintenance turned on, so we're all right.
Mm-hmm.
So
and how many tracks for the incoming trains?
How many tracks for the incoming trains? I'll do that. I'll do that. You do the loading stations.
Yeah, but I still want to know how many.
Oh, loading stations. Loading stations. What length or?
Yeah, length.
I would say 6. That would be what I would choose.
Okay. Will do.
Okay. So this is a design that I've used in my Let's Plays recently.
Do you want the mine stations to be Roro or end of the line?
I mean, Roro's probably better. I don't know. It's up to you. What you think will be good.
Roro it is, and we're driving on the wrong side, right?
Yes. We can flip now. I haven't changed it yet. We can drive on the European side if you like.
No, it's fine. It's your server, your game. Let's do it the left side.
Okay, we're driving on the left. This is a long railway line. I'm glad we put those aircraft in to help us get started, because if we just went straight out with this railway line, it would have been way too much infrastructure. We'd have built the railway line and then not had enough money for the trains. Jim's saying, says, great start. Just waiting for a helix. Oh my goodness, I'm not building a helix, am I? And for the unloader, I'm going to do it like this. I don't know, like, I say this a few times, like, how much effort should you put into your initial stations? And, like, money, time and money as well.
I don't know.
I just hope that we are setting ourselves up for, like, future success. And you're right, we need to get a feedback loop in. So those quarries, what do those quarries make in terms of, what do they use to increase their production?
Engineering supplies, I think.
Okay.
Yep. So what we could do, because the vehicle assembly plant does make engineering supplies, is get that loop that you mentioned. The quarry to whatever to the plant.
Yeah, we do need to do that. Okay, I've got that line in. Are you ready to start getting trains coming in?
I've got the line, yep.
Okay. We're not using electrified yet, are we?
I haven't done my signals, though.
Actually, let's have a look at the available trains and work out if we need to upgrade to electric already. Oh, the SH40 is the perfect train for us right now, I think. And we could go with the Floss 47 diesel. It would be cheaper to start with. And it does actually go slightly faster.
The Floss 47 doesn't go faster.
It goes faster than the SH40, doesn't it?
No, the SH40 is...
Oh, yeah, no. You are totally right. I think we're going to electrify everything.
Plus, it has better horsepower. And weighs less. The SH40.
Oh, hang on. You've been building with electrified rail. Oh, have I? And it's just been hidden. Yes! Fantastic. There we go. Right, I'm going to get one train out. So you say the SH40. We'll get that. And then I'm what are we shifting? Sand?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Sand and limestone going over to... This is where I just like to double check sometimes. Yeah, sand. Okay. Binary fare. I'm getting the first hub train in. Oh no, the wharf isn't creating any engineering supplies. Its production is 0.
If you look at the industry thing, then you'll see that like 90% of industries are not supplying anything.
Yeah. It might be that it's just going to take time for them to start supplying things. Can you check our airports while I'm checking this list? So we're going to order by production. Yeah. Okay. So if we look at this list should update in real time. So if we go and half the list has got something in and half of it hasn't, at the end of the month the game does a calculation and works out the production of the industries. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, depending on the amount transported. Even if zeros... Yes, right, a few more industries just started producing. They are starting to produce slowly.
But not our wharf and not our quarries.
Oh dear. That is weird. Like, all the industries went to 0 production for some weird reason. And now starting to then slowly start producing again. Oh well, I guess we just have to deal with it. So we've got an airport here which is currently pointless, and an aircraft which is currently pointless. So I'm going to get that aircraft to go, and actually it's not necessarily pointless. We could actually get those engineering supplies. Yeah, we could bring the engineering supplies over here. We're going to use aircraft for engineering supplies. Here you go. You heard it here first, maybe second. Okay, I'm just going to change its orders. So I'm going to delete that and tell it to go here. Brilliant. Okay, So we're going to try and like gung-ho this with aircraft. And get the most out of the industries as possible. These trains here, they're just wasting money at the moment. So we'll send them to the depot. And we'll just keep an eye out for these industries and when they start producing. Oh, you did pay the loan off. Brilliant. So we've got $1 million in the bank. We've got some lines up here for when they start producing. We've got one here that is producing. I guess we should get another aircraft in to try. Oh, yeah, there's loads of engineering supplies here. So let's clone this aircraft.
By the way, does it look like? Why are your trains running on the right side?
What?
The Suntown East, the hub.
Yeah, I thought we said we were going to do it in a European style.
Darn it! I said I'd be okay with doing it British because it's your game, your server, and everything.
Oh, it's an international game. Right, okay. Well, we'll just have to remember which part of the networks or which way around.
Yeah, it seems like you did the engine plant station on UK style and the rest of the track.
Oh, no. Right, okay. Let's go back to UK style then, seeing as that's what you've built.
Yep.
And I've done the engine plant like that. Can you remove the signals in the middle and I will flip this station round on the other side? Right, okay, folks. So, this station looks good now. We're getting deliveries over here. We've got a number of aircraft going. Elaine, if you want to concentrate on renaming the stations, I'm going to rename... Oh, you've done it already. That's how fantastic you are. Okay, let's get some more trains going. Oh my goodness, you've done that as well? Oh no, you haven't. Okay, we've got... I looked at the wrong trains, so... These depots here... Oh, this station design just does not work for this sort of station, so... I will do it differently. Okay. The sort of station design that I've got here just doesn't work.
I am working on the engine's outline.
Okay, is it for 10 length trains?
Yes.
Cool. Nice. Nope, that's not where we want a depot. Otherwise, we end up with a 90-degree turn, and we ban 90-degree turns in my. Do you know, like in the base, in the default settings, you can have 90 degrees turns. I think it's just ridiculous. Okay, I think we're sorted. No, I'm not a developer. I've got a T-shirt to prove I'm not. All right, okay. Let's clone one of these long trains which has disappeared. Where are all the trains? Like, seriously. I've lost them all. Oh, there's one. Right, I'm putting 4 more trains on there. We've got $1 million in the bank, so me and you should now be able to build... like no problem. Right, I'm going to get the station in at the engine in one first. So I'm going to leave a gap of 2, and we're going to do. I'm going to do a high security one just because I think it will look nice. No other reason at all. Yeah, if you want to, like, there are various settings you can change to increase the difficulty of OpenTTD, but property maintenance is a good one. I can't remember if it's definitely called that in the settings, though.
Maintenance is a pain in the backside.
Yes! Cargo distribution can be fun to play with, but it's not the same sort of challenge. It's a different sort of challenge.
Yep.
Oh, Brandon made these, the central island, one higher than the islands around the edge.
Oh, he didn't.
Cheeky. Okay, so because these are long trains, it doesn't matter if there's a relatively long gap between islands. So I'm going to measure out to here, change tool, and just do a little nubbin. And then quickly before the land goes, there we go. So I think I've done that correctly. Okay, I made a bit of a bigger nubbin than I meant to, but never mind. I might clean it up. We've got the money. There we go. That's what I meant to do. I think we'll get across here with, like, only 3 or 4 islands. So, finger on the screen. Make land go up there and there. Did I do that correctly? Oh, there we go. I'm aiming for roughly 10 length bridges. But it doesn't matter if it's slightly off.
Do we go with just single engines or?
Yeah, let's go with single engines. It makes it so much easier for upgrading, and the acceleration, whilst not quite as good, it's kind of good enough.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Like, you feel free to overrule that if you don't agree. All right, then. Let's have a look at the operating profit. Wow, we're currently third. We're currently third at the moment.
Yeah, but that's kind of because most of our primary industries are not working at all.
Yeah. I just noticed that this station that you've got here is just completely full of stuff. So I'm expanding it. Can't see what I'm doing. That's why I use this. Okay. There we go. Yeah, let's make all our primary loadings at least 4 platforms from now on.
Yep.
So cast iron comes from a blast furnace, and a blast furnace needs either iron ore, coke, or limestone, and that comes from all sorts of places. Okay, so
we
we
have at least one quarry operational.
Right, let's use that quarry, get it in a blast furnace, and then take the cast iron to the same place.
Yep.
So I'll find the blast furnace, if we've got one. Blast furnace. There's 17 on the map. Oh, that's nice.
One relatively close to our quarry.
Yeah, yeah, and I think we should utilise the same railway line. Okay, so there's the blast furnace. I will connect the blast furnace to the same line. And do you want to connect the blast furnace to the quarry?
Sure.
I would use a second station that's almost identical, but like next to it, rather than trying to put a new one in. So this has to be. We're going to be a 10 tracker here, and what we're doing cast iron. So I'm going to use. Is there a steel loading? Paper loading.
6 in.
What if you fund a bulk terminal? Will it have production? I think it will, Leon. I think it will have production. Production seems to be working fine beyond the second month. Sorry, what did you say?
I'll do a 6 length going in.
Yep, go for it. We've got 3 million in the bank, so we might consider getting that bulk terminal, which would then be all 3 parts of that engine plant.
I will fund it near the.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Of the cloverleaf, I think.
Sorry, what?
Near the stem of the cloverleaf, so it's a fairly short hop.
Would it not be best to do it right at the bottom of our island, so it's completely far away from the other players? Make it harder for them to get to, rather than putting it near them.
Yeah, true.
So I was thinking, like, if you go from engines out and just head straight south, there's a bit of coastline there with, like, no towns nearby.
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost to do?
Near Ponley Market?
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly. Should cost about 2 million-ish.
Go for it. Let's do it.
Here it is.
1.7 million. Now, it's going to be 0 production when it's built. It always is until it's fully built, I think. Or it might just be broken. It might be until the first month, but let's act as if this is going to work. Right, I suppose we just want to head north and get through as many of these towns as possible without changing the line. So I think if we go as close to Slin Hill as possible. Ooh, the new aircraft just got produced. And we'll just go down south until we hit, like, kind of here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, and then we can just head in that way. Is it producing anything? Yes! Yes, it is! Elaine, we're in business.
Yay.
So, for Steel Town, we've just done the engine plant. Then you've got tyre, component, and body plant. Now, the body plant is the interesting one that's got a wharf that mixes with a sheet and pipe mill, and they feed each other. I think we should start there, because if we do that, we can get steel sheets and paints and coatings just by having a wharf that we fund. I'm going to do the drop-off station now. So let's get that in. It's a 10 length there, like that. Oh, there's an antenna. A radio antenna right near our plant. I don't think it's going to interfere, though. Hey, interference with an antenna. Never mind. Oh, no. Not those sorts of jokes.
Now you've gone and done it.
Yeah. So, signals before the depot, signals before the platform splits, signals on the end of each platform. And then we'll have... Did I just do a straight out merge? Yep, straight out merge here. And then the entrance. Try and have 10 length there before it comes together. Okay. I think I've done this side. There's so many trees here, though. Okay, can you get the trains going on that line that we've got that's taking the... zinc to the sheet and thingy mill, please.
Zinc?
Zinc, please, yes.
Okay. Let me...
This is going to be the drop-off for the pipe. I'm aware that that isn't in the station spread, but I'll figure it out. Okay, industry chains. Select cargo. Where's it gone? There it is. Glass. Glass comes from a glassworks, and we can use sand or soda ash. So it would be better to use soda ash, I think. Let me have a look at the map there. So soda ash only goes to a glassworks. It doesn't go anywhere else. So if we do have a soda ash mine, we're not splitting the industry, if you know what I mean. We're not splitting the resource. Well, that's our network. Let's go across and have a look at the white team, which is Jack and Egg. So Jack and Egg haven't even touched their central island yet, which is... Now, here's a tip for everybody. If you're not on your central island and you plan to be later, when you will need to be, buy some land. Jack and Egg already have a farm on that central island.
That was from the beginning.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky, guys. Unlucky. But yeah, definitely buy land on the island to stop... I'm going to do it on ours now. To stop industries being generated there. So I'm going to go to landscaping. And I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of land around here. Let's have a look at the yellows. So the yellow team, which is Cat and Bakery, I think that is Bakery. I don't know if I read that correctly. Team Jess.
Yeah.
Oh no! So they have a potash mine on the island, but that's actually producing potash for them.
And they have a wharf as well.
Yeah, but that wharf isn't producing anything yet. By the way, folks, you do realise that if you fund an industry like a wharf, it will produce.
Yeah. I thought wharves were secondary industries.
No, they are the industry that does both. So wharf and what's the other name? Wharf and
terminal.
The bulk terminal. That's it. They are two quite unique ones in Furs. So they require stuff like all the secondary and tertiary industries, but they also produce without stuff coming in, like a primary industry. So it's kind of a 1.5 level. Like, it will produce without stuff going in, like a primary, but it still can require things to up the production, like a secondary. So bulk terminals and wharfs are kind of in that weird zone. So there we go. We've got a plane crash. 61 people have died in Drunningpool, and then this is Brandon and Co. Whatever you call Wizard Inc. That's it. Only just really on the island there. Again, I see you haven't purchased any of your land. Might be a good idea. You've got so much network. You've got a lot of network going on here. How much of it is passenger? Let's have a look.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. No. I'm a little bit worried about the purple team here. Let's see. How much are you producing in vehicles? 0. How much are the yellow team producing?
It's every month. Every other
0.
month. Yes, I'm
How many is Jack and Egg producing? 0. How many are we producing? 0.
Nice.
We're all joint first and we're all joint last, but we're going to crack on. We're going to play on for another 2 hours at least now we've got. And we're going to see who is going to get producing the most stuff. I've got a funny feeling it's one of those things like it's going to get more and more and more and quicker and quicker and quicker as we go. By the end of the live stream, we really, really need to be supplying all of the different things. So we're going to have to switch to the tyre plant soon. And the tyre plant needs 4 things to go as well. So we've still got 7 things to supply before we even get to that kind of first minimum where we want the network to be. Oh, hang on a minute. What's that?
So,
There's a new wharf.
yep.
Oh, no. Oh, that's in the way. Let's get the engineering supplies out from this shorefront as a secondary airport. So, hang on a second. What places have we got engineering supplies going to so far? 1 quarry, 2 quarries. Is that it? I think that might be it. We're not getting engineering supplies to anywhere else, are we? No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get engineering supplies from that new wharf into the 2 soda ash mines, okay? I'm hoping that the fact that we've got more aircraft here and that they are full load orders will kind of outstrip the other airport in getting stuff supplied to it. Are our ratings better than the other team's ratings? Yes, they are, which means we're going to get more of the supplies than them. And those supplies are going to help kick our ash plants up and going. So let's do engineering supplies. So ES in. And then this is going to have to be ES in as well. How many places can we have with the same name?
I don't know. Bajillion? Maybe?
No, none.
By the way, we might also want to have a station near the assembly plant, going from the assembly plant to one of the cities to actually
Deliver the vehicles?
Yes, that might be why we are producing them.
Oh. Well, I mean, we are producing some because the engineering supplies are being taken.
Good point.
You are so right. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's our next job. Because if that thing closes down because nothing's being transported, it's going to be a nightmare to get it back up and running again.
Well, the engineering supplies are being transported, right?
Yeah, that's true. We do need to get things going in there more regularly. It's still possible it could happen. We should now be picking up vehicles. I've just realised that I'm not... Oh my goodness. 260 tons we made production last month. That's good. Oh yeah, Brandon's team is doing 110 at the moment. Oh, people are starting to step up their game now. Jess's team is doing 220. I'm not sure what Jack and Egg are doing still. I'm just seeing a lot of... Oh no, they are. I thought it was all passenger services. It's not. I think we're the only island where another team has gone onto another team's island. Let's have a look. Oh no, no, the yellow have just gone onto the whites a tiny bit. But the whites have invaded us. They're just taking half of our stuff. Right, okay, so the things that we've got left to do that I want to get done before the end of this live stream, ideally, is we need to deliver everything to the component factory and then everything to the tyre factory. Just at least a little bit of everything. Oh, we've got our train crash. First train crash, and it's Brandon's team.
I mean,
What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh no. That is going to block up your oxygen furnace for a little while, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Furnace.
First and possibly the last crash of the live stream. So
Well, we had to
That'll-
put on something.
yeah. Well, no, you are
Yeah.
doing the best on operating profit by far.
Are we?
By far.
Yeah.
I'm winning
Yeah.
at something.
And you've actually been top of operating profit pretty much all the way through the game. In fact, all the teams have been pretty much the same for the operating profit all the way through the game, growing up together. But I'm interested to see how the vehicles go. We've got 45 minutes. How are things going for you guys, apart from the train crash?
Well, the train crash only just happened. Apart from that, going well.
Apart from that, going well.
I did
Cool.
just spend half an hour hooking up a quarry, only to realise the quarry was producing 0.
You didn't check.
I did.
Oh
but,
dear.
because there was other trains there, I thought, oh, they must be producing something.
Oh, I see. Oh, was it on our island?
No.
I was going to say, because we built some right at the beginning of the game that we didn't realise it was going to be 0. Yeah, so... Okay, cool, right. Oh, well, I'll see you later on in the game. Last month we created 0, but for a split second then, I saw it said 1,000 and something. The white team have started to supplying, but they currently have 0 vehicles. The yellow team are currently at 110 vehicles, and the purple team are currently at 330. So if ours wasn't at 0, we'd be doing all right. Our engineering supplies out actually is starting to get a little bit busier. We've only got, I think, a small number of aircraft there, but I'm not worried about it too much. Operating profit. Oh, look at this. Oh, the number of times that we've come in at the last minute to clinch it, me and my team. We've just jumped into second place. Things are really stepping up a notch. I feel like we've been building and we've been doing infrastructure to get things ready and all that sort of stuff.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, time has flown by. For me, I think it has. Has it gone quick for anybody else?
A little bit.
Why?
We're
We're in the
finished tyres.
You just finished tyres. We're in the last 10 minutes and we are producing tyres, but not a massive amount of it. Like, we're doing okay with the engines and we're doing okay with the body plant, but we're not doing too great with the components or tyres because there's just so much.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm hooking in tyres.
Yeah, I'm hooking up the electronics now to the components.
And things are just taking so long to make. Like, the amount of stuff coming in is like, it fluctuates at the vehicle plant so much. Like it can be really low one month and then really high the next. So I think we're going to have a little bit of a gamble on who's going to take the title. So yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of... I mean, at the moment, we're producing 1,590 tons of vehicles.
Jesus.
Brandon, your team is at 315. Jess and your team... You're currently at 0, but I'm sure that's just like a low month for you. Because I know you have been producing some. And was it Jack and Egg? You are at 55, which again might be a low month for you.
It's probably a high month.
That's probably a high month.
That's the first month we've ever had.
That's the first lot of vehicles, is it?
Yeah.
Dave, Jess, Canback, how have things been going for you?
Fine, I think.
Fine, you think? You're doing good. I mean, you've got a lot of network in there.
Yeah, it's like one giant spider web.
And you're actually using boats.
See, that's why I made it too high.
Yeah. I for making it too high, I just went down a little bit. Nobody really went on the central island very much, but there isn't a massive amount Yeah, there's not a massive amount there.
There used to be a lot less space before I realised the map was on like 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking earlier about like people pretty much stayed on their own leaf of the map. Not apart from you, but what I mean is like you didn't have anybody else on your leaf. The yellows didn't really have anybody else. Even the white team had a little bit of, but on our side, the whites came in to join, the purples came in on to join.
Well,
It's like
at one point you had the only working iron line,
Yeah.
so we stole that.
Yeah.
And then I hooked it up and built a statue of the company owner, and it's been.
Oh, that's why
through-
you're making more than us.
Yes, I explained. I explained this earlier that an industry only provides to the top 2 stations. So if there's two or more stations around it, it ignores the ones with a lower transport rating. Then it provides the resources that it has got to those 2 stations in a ratio which is basically calculated based on that rating. So the higher your rating, the more goods you're going to get out of it when you're in competition. And building a statue of the company owner gives you a flat 10% rating bonus, which is going to get you more of the goods.
Not many people in the middle.
No, I thought more people would go in the middle, but then we didn't. So there we go. Right then, let's go around the map and find out what everybody has managed to produce. So we can see that the Wizards have 265 tons of vehicles.
Yay.
Jess and Jess's team have 406 tons of vehicles. So at the minute you're in last place. At the minute, Wizards. Let's go check. Oh god, my mouse went crazy. Let's go check out Jack and Egg. Did they get an improvement? Unfortunately for them, they had a slow month and they were at 0, but they did get some vehicles produced, which is really good. And their operating profit is obviously better than ours. Of course, it was going to be better than ours. They made a lot more profit than us. And how many vehicles did my team produce?
We have a very, very slow.
Oh, we had a very low month, and we're actually in joint second to the vehicle.
I mean, let it run for a month probably, and we'll be back up to 1,000 or more.
Oh, okay. So we have a joint second place there.
Yeah, but-
officially.
Yellow is the true winner because they supplied everything.
Well, we supplied everything. It just didn't happen in that.
everything.
It just didn't happen in that month.
Everyone else is just supplying cars without tyres.
No, we are supplying tyres. It just didn't happen that month. But out of interest, I will let the game tick on because I did it exactly at 3 o'clock. I did say exactly 3 o'clock. So, yellow team, you win. Congratulations. If I remember correctly, Dave and Jess, this is the first time you've ever done one of my viewers' games, right?
It is.
So with you and Cam back, you guys have done fantastic. 460 is really good, especially in this sort of space of time, especially with the extra challenge we had at the beginning. It's really good. I'll make this map available for download at some point. It won't be for a few days because I'll just be so busy. But out of interest and interest only, let's let the game run for the next few days and just see what happens for the production for the next month, because we were only, I would say, about 15 to 20 seconds away from the end of the month and getting the next set of figures.
Jack and Egg were delivered the most cargo though.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a second as well.
So
there's the 1st of June. Oh, what?
Wow.
We did it.
9,149?
What?
We won.
Wait,
What?
What?
9,000?
Were you holding back stuff? Would you stockpiling it? And then you was like, go trains, go now. And you just undercut when you expected it.
Maybe.
Maybe. There was some tactics going on there, wasn't there?
There were no game rules against it, so.
That is true. That is true. Because even though your tactic to completely blast us apart completely failed, you still won. So smashed it even harder. Yeah, that's right. And again, like you can see here that Egg and Jack were producing vehicles there. There's some 55 tons of vehicles. And if we want to say which second place did better, then you might say that me and Elaine did better than the Wizards.
Yeah.
Because our score at the end of the month was better there, but we'll say that. But overall, I think everybody did really good to overcome the difficulties we had at the beginning of the live stream. This was not an easy game to play. I think people did well in the teams too as well. It's really good. I hope you all enjoyed it. Oh, hang on. We're going to look at the other stats, weren't we? So, out of interest, operating profits. So there we go. You can see that all 4 companies were successful. They were all running really well. Operating profits were high for all of the companies. Again, the same for the income graph. The income graph's almost going to be the same as operating profit unless you've got some really inefficient lines. If you look at delivered cargo, well, you blast the pants off everybody, Jack and Egg.
Yay.
You delivered so much cargo compared to... In fact, let's do a rough look. Yeah, you delivered more than double the cargo of any other team.
Yeah, but I think in that cargo is included passengers. And
Oh, yes, it is. It
that
is included passengers.
A complete setup in every city. That's going to be easy.
It is. It's going to be a good money maker for you as well. And you can see the company values are just kind of pretty linear. They're a bit boring.
I think we have the messiest network.
Yeah. I couldn't find a line at the end.
Well, you know, this is part of the challenge of what we're doing. But there we go, folks. That was OpenTTD Viewers Game number 29. I promise number 30 will be easier. Remember, if you want to take part in one of these viewers games, you must be here at the beginning of the game. So make sure you're following on social media and YouTube, where a good one to do is follow the events in Discord, because OpenTTD events are in there, as well as some Discord-only events and get-togethers and things. So that's kind of like the community hub of, well, my community. If you want to think of where everybody hangs out, it's the Discord. But the best place for the information is usually the website. So there we go, folks. Thank you very much to all the players for playing. Congratulations to the Yellow team. Thank you for watching, and also a quick thank you, of course, to my Viewer Plus subscribers. Without you guys, we wouldn't be keeping the lights on around here this much. But it is lights out for now, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.